October 1st, 1993. Petaluma, California. A slumber party filled with laughter and games. Then, terror struck. 12-year-old Polly Klaas, a bright spark full of life, vanished. Abducted at knife point from her own bedroom, her innocence ripped away in an instant. The community, once a picture of suburban tranquility, was plunged into a nightmare. Fear was palpable, hope hung by a thread. The nation watched, hearts breaking. Days turned into weeks. The search for Polly never wavered. The investigation was relentless, a desperate race against time. Everyone prayed for a miracle, for her safe return. But fate, it seemed, had a cruel twist in store. Richard Allen Davis, a career criminal with a disturbing past, became the prime suspect. The evidence was damning. The trial was a media spectacle, raw emotions spilling out in the courtroom. The jury's verdict was swift, guilty. A wave of relief mixed with a thirst for justice swept over the nation. The judge, bound by law and driven by the gravity of the crime, delivered the sentence, death. For Polly's family, a sliver of solace. For Davis, the specter of his own mortality loomed. The death penalty, a sentence reserved for the most heinous crimes, was about to be put to the ultimate test. But the legal battle wasn't over. It was just beginning. Years passed. Appeals were filed, each one a chink in the armor of the death sentence. The legal system, designed to be thorough, was agonizingly slow. Polly's family, trapped in a purgatory of grief and uncertainty, waited for justice to be served. Then, a flicker of hope. The Supreme Court agreed to hear Davis's case. Could this be the end? Would the death sentence finally be carried out? The nation held its breath, the weight of expectation heavy in the air. But fate, as it so often does, had other plans. The Supreme Court issued a stay of execution. The legal battle would continue. The wait for justice would go on. The shadow of death. The death penalty. A sentence shrouded in controversy, dividing families and a nation. Is it a just punishment, a deterrent, or an act of vengeance? The Polly Klaas case reignited the debate, forcing a nation to confront its conscience. Supporters of the death penalty argued for its necessity, a life for a life. Opponents pointed to its flaws, the risk of executing the innocent, the lack of proven deterrent effect. The debate raged on, a reflection of the deep divisions within society. And in the eye of the storm, Richard Allen Davis remained on death row, his fate hanging in the balance. Each appeal, each legal maneuver was a painful reminder for Polly's family that justice delayed is often justice denied. A nation divided. The Polly Klaas case became a touchstone, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the complexities of the justice system. It ignited a national conversation about crime, punishment, and the very nature of justice. Talk shows buzzed with debates. Newspapers ran editorials. Families gathered around dinner tables, grappling with the ethical dilemmas posed by the case. The nation found itself at a crossroads, forced to confront uncomfortable truths about its values. The case, once a local tragedy, had become a national referendum on the death penalty. And as the legal battle dragged on, the nation watched and waited, the specter of Polly Klaas's stolen innocence hanging heavy in the air. Justice delayed, denied, or redefined. What will the judge decide? Will Richard Allen Davis face the ultimate punishment, his life extinguished for the life he took? Or will the legal system offer him a reprieve, a chance to live out his days, albeit behind bars? The judge's decision, whatever it may be, will have profound implications. It will reverberate through the halls of justice, shape the national conversation about the death penalty, and forever impact the lives of those touched by this tragedy. But one thing is certain, the memory of Polly Klaas will endure. Her stolen innocence will forever serve as a reminder of the preciousness of life and the enduring human need for justice.